Just a quick one, guys. We have released our brand new Liverpool Christmas merch drop. We have got the You'll Never Walk Alone, You Filthy Animal tees, along with the You'll Never Walk Alone Christmas tree tee. Do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to copiclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, another game, another win. Yes, another 3 points against Sheffield United on Wednesday night as we keep that winning momentum going from after the international break. Absolutely buzzing with the result. However, the performance was a bit iffy, if we're being perfectly honest. But as I said, there's been so many times where we've played well and actually not got anything out of it. So to play kind of ugly and not that great as we kind of used to so far this season and still come away with all 3 points is the best thing for it. More to the fact as well, of course, Manchester City lost to Aston Villa yesterday as well, which just adds more fuel to this fire, which is very, very good to see. Liverpool now 4 points clear of Manchester City, and yes, still currently in second place in the league, still 2 points behind Arsenal, but realistically we know how good and how formidable Manchester City actually are. So to look at them as the actual title contenders probably is the best way to look at it. But of course, buzzing that they lost yesterday, buzzing that we of course won. But as I said, not plain sailing for us by any means. I think some good saves from Wes Foderingham as well. But the goals of course coming from Virgil van Dijk and Dominic Szoboszlai. Of course, we've seen a bit of a new midfield, McAllister, Endo, and then of course Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai probably wasn't at his best compared to what we're actually used to with regards to him so far this season. I mean, he was still good. He still scored a goal. And probably one of the better sides, but I don't think he played his best in a Liverpool jersey since we started to see him through the door. McAllister was an interesting one. Of course, we're going to be touching upon McAllister a bit later. Had to come off injured. Jurgen Klopp provided an update with regards to him. And then Wataru Endo, actually I thought he was absolutely fantastic in terms of blocking that defence also. So really, really good to see on that regard. Trent Alexander-Arnold again showing why he's world class at this moment in time. Another assist for him. He was fantastic. Again, Kanate did a good job coming in. Obviously, Joel Matip, it was quite heartbreaking news to hear what's happened with Joel Matip. Looks like he's going to be out for several months. So to have another centre-back come in and be able to put it a stern and good performance and match up with Virgil van Dijk really helps. And I thought Kanate was actually really, really good in terms of defensively with partnering Virgil van Dijk also. But as I stated, not our best performance, but as I stated, we got 3 points and we currently sitting pretty in second place, 2 points behind Arsenal. And remember, we do have that sort of Christmas showdown against Arsenal coming up over the next couple of weeks as well. So that could be a top of the spot at Christmas game. Who knows? But obviously, guys, games coming thick and fast. We don't have much time to brush down, as you probably have seen that viral clip going around already by now that about Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, there was a dig from the Amazon Prime presenter. But of course we've got another 12:30 this Saturday against Crystal Palace before we go into Europa League action. Then we've got the massive game against Manchester United, where I think we got a boost in terms of Alisson Becker will be back ready for that game. Then West Ham at home, and then of course Arsenal at home before taking on Burnley, and then we're into 2024. So we could be in a really, really healthy position going forward, which I'm really, really excited to see. But again, another 3 points. Not our best performance, but 3 points on the board is all that mattered. Now, Alexis McAllister had a heavy strapping on his leg and had to leave the pitch before the hour mark at Sheffield United, and Jurgen Klopp had some positive news to share with regards to it. As I said, the Argentine was expected by many to be named on the bench for the trip to Bramall Lane, with Saturday's visit to Crystal Palace viewed as the best one of the two to start. But he started in the left-sided number 8 role, and it took only 3 minutes for him to go down in a heavy challenge with William Ozolua with the big concern over his knee. McAllister stayed on but with notable discomfort and was hit with another knock 10 minutes into the second half, and by 60 minutes he could not continue any longer. He was playing with a heavy strapping on his left knee, which he iced after being replaced by Curtis Jones, but his smile at full time hinted at all being well. Post-match, Klopp gave a brief update on the number 10, saying, "Maka, a shame, early he got a cut, and as long that wound was open, we just strapped it. It was painful, but he could play. We stitched it, and then it got tighter there, and he couldn't move anymore. We have to see how long it will take. I hope not too long." That is the best news that we could really have hoped for. With the trip to Palace coming in less than 72 hours, it does not leave a lot of time for the midfielder to rest and recover. That will be Klopp's mind as he weighs up his selection choices for the early Saturday kickoff, and it could result in Wataru Endo starting his 4th league game of the season. So, despite it's obviously not good to see McAllister go off, as I said, we are quietly picking up injuries. I stated recently as well, as I said, Joel Matip going to be out for several weeks. We've always had Alisson Becker, Diego Jota, McAllister, hopefully not too long term. As I said, it does seem not too serious, which is fantastic to hear. But as I said, we are quietly accumulating injuries, and just going into these sort of festive and Christmas fixtures, we are going to probably accumulate some more. So here's hoping we can get through it and get to January in one piece. Now, whilst, as I say, that's fairly good news with regards to him, I've got a major update with regards to Ben Doak, which is also very, very good news. There was an understandable concerns as Ben Doak limped off during Liverpool's under-21's 4-0 loss to Bradford in the EFL Trophy, with injury problems piling up. Doak was a surprise starter as the young Reds took on League 2 opposition in the first time in the last 32 of the EFL Trophy. The 18-year-old, whose last appearance for the first team was in a 3-2 loss to Toulouse almost a month ago, was brought into the side along with Luke Chambers. But a difficult night, compounded with Lewis Kuma's first half red card, was made worse as Doak appeared to suffer an injury with 20 minutes left to play. He was then obviously replaced, and however, he was then replaced with fears that he would join Allister, Joel Matip, Andy Robertson, Thiago, Stefan Bajcetic and Diego Jota. However, we understand here at LFC News that despite suggestions of ankle or hamstring problems, Doak had simply suffered a major bout of cramp. This may of course rule him out for contention for the trip to Crystal Palace in the Premier League on Saturday, but there should be hopes of a return against Union Saint-Gilles on December 14th. As I said, he is likely to be considered a starter for that game in the Europa League now, considering we're through as well, and he has been playing a little bit of a part. But that is a major update, especially we want to try and get some games in his legs for that sort of right-sided side for when Mo Salah goes away for the AFCON. A lot of fans kind of backing him to fill that position. So despite reports stating that an injury was fairly serious, it is absolutely not. And as I said, he should be back ready to go for that game in the Europa League next week. So some good news and a bit of a major update with regards to Doak there. So yeah, fantastic on that regard. But that's all I've really got for you today, Liverpool fans. As I said, happy with the 3 points yesterday. We've been for a major update with regards to Ben Doak, of course. A little bit on regards to Alexis McAllister and a bit on the game too. But as I said, now it's over to you, Liverpool fans. What did you make of the result yesterday? And how do you feel that we're 4 points clear of Manchester City just before Christmas? Is that good or bad? Well, of course it's good. But do you see it as a massive boost? And then, of course, we have released our brand new Liverpool Christmas collection. So do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description or going to copyclothing.com. Yes, we've got 2 really cool festive designs, and you can get them ready to go for Christmas if you order now. Like, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.